Hey, what's up, guys? Man, what a nice day out today. It's a little chilly, which is good, and but the sky's clear and the birds are out, and Johnny just pulled in. And well, you notice I'm standing here in front of this gorgeous piece of machinery, old Black Betty and Blam Lamb. So if you remember back, Chad and Garrett put a new sleeper boot in, and the sleeper boot requires this cording to keep it pressed in there. And since the truck's going to be outside, it's going to be exposed to a lot of heat and rain, I decided it was time to put this stuff in to make sure that thing doesn't fall out and the truck doesn't go back to getting soaked. So I'm going to get you in here a little bit where you can see. I'm going to get inside. I'm going to see what it's going to take to put this cording in. Let's get after it, huh? What's up?
A whole lot. Oh, you're putting that little strip in?
Yep, gotta keep that stuff from falling out. Am I putting it in? I don't know. I'm gonna try to put it in. Yep. Somehow it has to go in this groove.
Yeah.
And yeah, we'll just have to see. Okay. Oh, I forgot that thing. Nope. Not really. I'm going to need probably some WD-40. And yeah. It's gonna be a good time. Ouch. Apparently I'm out of WD-40, so should be relatively impossible, dang near impossible to push this in. Oh, look at it go. Hey Johnny, bring me something to press this in with, a screwdriver or a dowel pin or something. Yeah, it's going. It's just a pain in the ass.
What may use to seal up them holes up there where the old light was?
I don't know. Get up there and look and see what you think. Probably a little bit of ultra black Permatex, just a little dab, so we can pick it back off of there when we get ready to put lights on. My light guy's trying to find a light that's similar to what I need.
Yeah.
All right, so the way this works is he's got these two channels that go in there, you know, and it goes into a channel, and then to keep it in, he puts this cord in between there, and it puts pressure on that channel. And it goes in pretty easy. I mean, we just take a screwdriver push it in there. I'm using a little bit of silicone spray for lube. And obviously it works a lot better when you put a fresh spray on, but we're just tucking it in there. And we're just going around. We're not going to push too hard because we don't want to poke a hole, but that's it. Just poking it in there. Now down here where the boys put this in, they left me some, which is what I asked them for, and then I'm going to cut it and then, you know, butt it up against each other, and then we'll glue it. So we got that in there, and what we'll do is we'll get that channel all that bead all the way through there, and then we'll come across once we're done, and we'll get some vulcanizing cement, and we'll use some tire rubber, and we'll just vulcanize a piece across there, and should be good. All right, let's get so I've got from here all the way around to here done. I got to do this loop here, and then I got to go back on the other side and do that whole one too. There's no magic bullet. It's just lube and push, lube and push. I got this tool for windshields, but it just doesn't. It's just almost impossible to get that in there, you know. I mean, it can work, you know. So I don't know, maybe we'll try it somewhere up around the corner. That's not too bad. You can see sometimes it's not perfectly in there, and you gotta kind of work it a little bit, but it's working. All right, so I wanted to get a camera in here. I know this is just tedious crap, but I wanted to get a camera in here so you guys could kind of see how I'm doing this. I'm just gonna get a nice little bit of silicone spray in there, and then we're gonna try and just start this end. We're basically just shoving it in there with a screwdriver, which is kind of dangerous because you could poke right through the rubber, but as long as it's lubed, it goes right in. So we just lube up about a foot or so, foot and a half of it, and then commence to pushing that in there. And again, it just provides a bit of pressure to hold that rubber in the groove. And you can tell right away if the rubber's not in the groove while you're trying to push this in, because it starts pulling the rubber away from the wall. Let me zoom in a little bit. Okay, maybe you can see it, and then we'll put a little lube in there, and a little lube on the wire, or on the rope. I'm going to call this a bead, lock bead. Okay, it's not wanting to go in there. Okay, now it's going right in. It's, you know, it's not a hard job. It's just tedious. Gets annoying a little bit. We get on a couple feet. It's about 20 feet around. But that's pretty much it. Again, you gotta lube it up. And then just get on the bead with the screwdriver and just tuck it back in there. And sometimes you gotta, you know, open that up just a little bit, and then it'll start again. And you're at the mercy of the silicone spray. I would rather use WD, but I didn't have any, and I've got lots of silicone spray. And silicone spray dries pretty fast, so I don't mind using it. I'm just gonna do this process, you know, all the way around. We'll bring it back. It's nice that it's cool out today. Johnny's working on there's a vent in the sleeper roof that leaks, you know, because they're plastic and they fracture, and then they leak. So Johnny's making a patch panel. He's gonna put that in today. We're just doing a little bit of busy work until Jessica gets up. Jessica's sick. She's you know, Jessica's a kidney transplant patient, and so she's on all kinds of immune system suppressants, you know, anti-rejection stuff, and so she's susceptible to getting sick. And she had a special birthday party for her, for one of her family members, and they had this big plan to go to Universal and, you know, stuff, and she went down, and then she got sick and ended up not being able to go and do the event with the family, and so she was pretty bummed out. And she came home last night. I went and picked her up at the airport, and she's a sick little girl, and so I feel bad for her. You know, she missed out on having fun with her family, and she was really looking forward to it. But so she's sick today, and so we're gonna try and keep the noise down while she sleeps. Then we're gonna go out to the farm today. Me and Johnny are gonna go out to the farm today and get a look at 11 and make some plans, and take a look at some stuff for JP, or with JP, not for JP. JP's more than capable of looking at the stuff himself, but we're gonna help him with some stuff, and just be productive out there. I'm getting ready to head off to work, and so just closing up some stuff that I want to get done before I go. And I wanted to bring 12 home, but I just don't think it's going to happen today. I mean, 11. I got distracted. So I wanted to bring 11 home, and I wanted to be able to do it with my own fifth wheel wrecker. And, well, after working on it for several days in a row and realizing it wasn't going to be a thing without some re-engineering, I I just stopped working on it because, you know, I got other stuff that needs to get done. And it's a good thing I did stop, because then that gave me an opportunity to get this truck running and driving. And that was important, right? Stuff goes pretty nice when it's lubed. I wish I could just push it in with my finger, but I can't. This is the hard part, because you can't sit to do it. You can't kneel to do it. You just got to kind of do it. And I don't know why. This is just, wherever the hardest part to get to is the part that's the hardest to do. I don't recall ever fighting with something that was in an easy place. Alright, well, the video got interrupted, but anyhow, it's in all the way. I gotta do a little glue up job on this bottom. I mean, don't get a whole lot of rain penetration through the bottom, but we're gonna use some tire rubber and some glue and glue this up nice. But that should keep that brand new sleeper boot in good shape. And then this goes across the bottom, so you're not walking on the sleeper boot. All right, guys, that's it for right now. All right, so we really don't have anything we can really get after today. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna try and get these mud flaps off, and we're just doing busy work. Johnny's fixing the leak on the roof of Betty, and I'm just gonna try and take these mud flaps off because they're kind of in the way and they're all beat up anyways. So we'll see. Now you're right at my back. So as usual, Nice. Yeah, that thing is hearting for certain. We're probably gonna end up taking it out. We'll have to see. Probably take it off. I wasn't sure if it was going to be in good shape or not, but now that I see it, I'll just make a new one. Although I may try and get that one off. That way I can actually have this as a template. But yeah, it's pretty nasty. But it's nice to have this fender off finally. I think I'll take that off. Then we'll go to the other side, get the fender off it, and then take that mount off as well. Probably hold this side, take the nut side off. What do you guys do if you've got a choice? Do you take the nut side off? I do, because what if the bolt is stuck, you know, welded on the inside, you know? So I just try and take the nut off first. These are pretty good bolts. Look like they're zinc plated, so they come right out. At least that one did. Now normally I don't reuse fasteners, but I do save them. I'm trying to save them all, and you never know when you need something. I don't know, it's just a hoarder in me, I guess. All right, we get the air hammer over there, and we'll air hammer that off, and then we'll see. All right, so you guys know we built this. Awesome. Oh, that's what you can do when you're done with that. Take that other hose reel down, get another one of those things in here, build that hose reel, and I'll order a new hose.
Alright.
So one thing we like to do is keep our hose in good shape. And so we're gonna come on, Johnny, you can't laugh like that when I'm in the middle of trying not to laugh my own self. But anyways, we're gonna use that hose reel to bring that hose in. We want to get the grease off and reel it up. And yeah, and then we got to wipe down the jack, see, because It's all dirty. Looks like we've had it for 10 years, even though we've only had it for a few months. So I got to teach my guy how to take good care of the tools so that they last. Only takes a couple minutes to make it look good again. You know, make the jack great again, if you know what I mean. All right. Spent just a couple minutes and now it looks new. Look at these brand new jack stands. Johnny got them looking like they've been out in the junkyard for their whole life. You guys know that this is how you get grounded, right? By making the boss do all this work, just cleaning up the stuff that he shouldn't have to do. It's a good way to get grounded. So we get all the grease off it. And we have to clean the rag because it's nasty. All right, that's what it should look like when you put it away. You know, it shouldn't look like this. Yeah, I could almost feel my dad punching me right in the face for putting something of his away like that. So we get all the grease wiped off in it and out of it. And we'll go and swap out the rag for a clean one. But I don't mean go get a new rag, because I buy the rags, so I mean go and clean the rag in the parts washer and then come back and finish cleaning it. Whew. A lot of the, let me give some clarification on some of that, some of them rules there. A lot of the reasons why I do this is because when I was growing up, if I didn't take care of my dad's tools, I didn't get to use the barn for his tools to do my my car stuff. And believe me, I spent more time grounded from the barn than I did spending time in the barn. And even my brother-in-law, he had a key to my dad's shop, but I didn't, because I didn't respect my dad's stuff. And it didn't take me very long, maybe 15 years, before I learned to respect it. And I expect Johnny to take good care of my stuff, because we need this stuff to last, and Johnny's a good kid, and he's gonna be a great mechanic. He's already a pretty good mechanic. He's gonna be a great mechanic. But anyways, we're just gonna get after making stuff look good. Thanks, guys.